large fries, large Diet Coke, and then loads of sauces. I'm also trying out sweet curry sauce. I'm going to try it out live actually. You've tried this before?
I think I've tried it, but maybe like a year or two ago.
Okay. What did you get? That looks vile.
I got a quarter.
Just quickly, that looks absolutely vile. What is that?
It's like beef stock.
That looks like someone has a stomach disorder and they've emptied their bowels in this little pot. Hello and welcome to another video, and I'm back in the UK, back in England, back in Kent to be more precise. I'm back in my bedroom talking to you guys through the medium of my camera and ultimately YouTube. When I say I'm back, in case you're unaware, me and Says and my dad and a few of his friends went away to, went skiing, went to St. Moritz in the Swiss Alps. It was freaking amazing. Like, I had an incredible weekend. It was my birthday as well, so as far as birthdays go, I'm gonna put it out there and say possibly, in fact, probably my best birthday ever. Like, I know it's a bold statement, but like skiing all day and then just eating loads of awesome food, like, can you get a better birthday than that? I don't think it's possible. But yeah, if you're unaware that I went or you didn't see any of my stuff, I didn't actually vlog while I was out there, but I was putting loads of bits on Instagram the whole time. Instagram story, live downhill run, incoming. So, like I keep saying, if you are not following me on Instagram, you are freaking missing out. Go and do it now at Mattdoesfitness. Anyway, like I said, amazing time. Like, I literally, like, it was so good. I haven't been skiing for 2 years. We actually went around this time like 2 years ago, and prior to that I'd been like 5-6 times in total, and it is, I mean, I've said it before, but it's honestly one of the best things. So I know it costs a lot of money, but if you can afford to do it, definitely would recommend skiing on snow because it is such good fun. With that said, I didn't vlog while I was out there because A, I wanted to have a break from doing that, because it's my birthday, I wanted to relax, enjoy myself, etc. And B, I didn't want to bring my like big camera because I only brought like carry-on luggage, and plus like having a big camera like in a snow-based area, like, don't get me wrong, there was a ridiculous amount of snow there. Like, on one of the nights there was about 1.5 meters of snowfall, so it would have been pretty risky, and I almost certainly would have like broken / lost / damaged my camera. So what I did bring was the GoPro. So I got like a few clips. Now I've kind of got a combination because I forgot to bring the charger, which is pretty stupid of me, so the GoPro died after like day one, but I've got a couple of clips on the GoPro, a couple of clips on my phone, a couple of clips on my dad's phone, so I kind of smushed them together and made a bit of a montage for you. So rather than just talk about how good skiing was, I'll just show you. In terms of food while I was out there, I did continue the theme of eating loads. Like, if you haven't seen it, watch the last video I put up, the photo shoot / Mattdoesfitness. Like, I've been eating a lot of food over the last few days, which I knew was going to happen. Like, I've said it loads of times now, but going from a pretty extreme cut by my standards to then bulking, like, I knew and I know the first week, maybe 2 weeks, I'm gonna go berserk. I'm gonna just eat like everything in sight and probably a lot of crappy stuff, and I don't mind, like I'm happy to let myself do that. I feel like I need to kind of get it out of my system, get that novelty to kind of wear off, then I can go into like a more lean, sustainable, like healthy bulk, I guess. But yeah, in terms of food out there, we kind of followed a pretty standard skiing routine. So we stayed in a really cool place, which had like it was a bed and breakfast basically. So what we did, and I think it's what kind of most people do when they go skiing, is just come down, like absolutely load up on breakfast. So the breakfast there was really, really nice. There was just, I don't know, like loads of cereals and like jams and chocolate spreads and like croissants and bread and rolls, etc. So I'll just have, I mean, my standard breakfast would be like 2 or 3 bowls of cereal, 2 or 3 bits of toast, a couple of croissants with like jam, chocolate spread, that kind of stuff. So just literally eat as much as I physically could, and then we'd make a couple of sandwiches up with like again croissants with just kind of ram Nutella, just get as many calories in as we could. We'd stick them in our pockets and just kind of sneakily sneak out of the breakfast arena. And then obviously ski. We then kind of stop for like 20 minutes, half an hour to get lunch. Now, the reason we wouldn't go to like a restaurant is 2 reasons. Firstly, if you go and order food, you're losing like an hour at least of your skiing time, and we're only skiing for 3 days, so I wanted to maximize that. So that's one reason. Plus, it's ridiculously expensive. St. Moritz in particular is like one of the most expensive resorts in the world, but skiing generally, like if you're on a mountain, there's not many choices, so they can charge what they want. So you get ridiculous things like, you know, a drink for like 10 euros. So definitely worth bringing your own food. So we would just kind of sit down on the slopes or inside somewhere and just eat the sandwiches and croissants and stuff and have some water, and then get back out there. And then in the evening after skiing was done, that was when the magic happened. So that's when we'd go berserk. So we were going to like fondue places. Now, one place in particular was amazing. That was like a I did like post about it on Instagram. It was like a gondola that obviously was no longer a gondola. It was one, yeah, like with the big like bubble lifts, and it's basically just on the side of the road, and it had been all converted, and it was like a fondue slash raclette place. Now I got a raclette, which is because I mean fondue is okay, but I'm not a massive fan because like they put alcohol in it. I'm not a big fan of alcohol in food. Anyway, a raclette, if you're unaware, is basically an enormous slab of cheese under a grill on your table, and you just like slice the cheese as you go, like scrape it onto your food. So they brought me out a bag of potatoes that was, I guess, maybe 500 grams of new potatoes, and then just a slab of cheese on a grill. And then just various bits of bacon and like mushrooms and onions and random crap to put the cheese on. You basically put all the food on your plate, and then just over the course of the next 20 minutes just kind of scrape cheese onto it. Now I had one of those to myself. That was genuinely like a 500 gram block of cheese plus a huge amount of potatoes and other stuff. So I don't even know how many calories that was, but I mean, again, I posted about this, probably the most, or one of the most, like the highest number of calories I've consumed relative to time. I ate that in about 15 minutes, and I finished it, and I felt like okay. I was kind of sitting there thinking, I don't feel full up, what's going on? And then about 5 minutes later it hit me, and my body was like, what have you just done? Like, I guess no human is designed to eat that much cheese. But yeah, like I had another night, I think on the first night I actually went to another restaurant, and I got actually got a pizza to start. That's, I mean, you know you're bulking when your starter is a pizza. Like the other guys were having salad, and I had a pizza, and it was very good. Then I got like a massive burger. It was like their special burger with like fries and stuff. So yeah, basically the moral of the story is that I'm a fatty and I ate freaking loads of food. Like even though we were having a small lunch, my breakfast and dinner was worth about 6 meals. So the number of calories I consumed over those 3 days must have been outrageous. Now in terms of weight, the morning before we left, I weighed in at 90.0 kilos. That was kind of the end of my cut, and I'd been hovering around 90 kilos for those last kind of few days. I weighed myself after getting back, and I was 92.5 kilos, actually down to 92.1 kilos this morning, but I basically gained like 2.5 kilos, so what's that, 6-7 pounds or whatever, over the course of those 3 days. Now, that shows you how much food I was eating, because generally when you go skiing you lose weight, like you're literally doing like pretty intensive cardio all day every day, plus it's friggin' freezing, so your body is working in terms of like thermoregulation. So the fact that I gain weight despite skiing all day every day for 3 days is pretty impressive effort on my part, but yeah, it just shows you how much I ate. But anyway, the reason I wanted to make this video, aside from the fact that I'm a YouTuber and that's what I do, is just to kind of talk about short-term like weight loss or weight gain, and fluctuations in like appearance and stuff, because a lot of people get really concerned and kind of stressed out about that, but the fact is it's normal, and there are lots of things that can cause your weight and your appearance to fluctuate other than actual changes to your body composition. Your appearance is going to change, like not just day to day, but literally hour to hour. Like the thumbnail of this video is a brilliant example of that. So what I've got there is how I looked at the end of my cut versus how I looked literally, I think it was about 30 hours later, so after the first day of skiing. Now the first picture was obviously taken under favourable conditions, so the lighting was good. I just trained, so I had a bit of a pump. I hadn't been eating loads, so I wasn't kind of bloated and stuff. And then conversely, the second picture was taken kind of in the opposite environment, so the lighting wasn't great. Obviously I was kind of exaggerating that kind of bad posture, but also I had just eaten a friggin' huge meal, so I was very, very bloated. Now the irony is, I mean, you could look at those two pictures and you could literally reverse those and have that as like a body transformation, but the truth is my body composition in those two pictures was pretty much identical. Like in the space of a day and a half, you can't change the amount of fat you have, you can't change the amount of muscle you have, so it's just little fluctuations in your appearance. But that's just to show you that, you know, sometimes you are going to be bloated and sometimes you are going to look better. You know, everyone has it where you wake up one morning and you think, oh, do you know what, I look really good, and other days you wake up and you're like, what is this? But that's just natural, that's just like a byproduct of being a human, and that's just how things go. And that is that as far as weight and food and diet and skiing go. I need to get on my day because I had lots to do. Obviously I didn't really do much work while I was out there, so I've got like editing and check-ins and programs, etc. to get on with. Plus today's going to be a good day in that I'm meeting feeling soon to train. We're going to do a pull workout, so back and biceps. Training's feeling way better right now, where obviously I'm bulking and I've got more kind of calories and carbs in me. I'm feeling like really good during the workouts. They're much less of a struggle. And then we're going to go and get some food, and obviously again, as I'm bulking, I'm eating everything in sight, so let's face it, that's going to be good.
Good evening. It's actually the morning.
It is the morning. It's actually 12:15. So we planned yesterday to meet at 11, but then you're packing, aren't you? Because you're going...
I'm going away to LA.
Feela's going to LA for like 10 days.
Yeah.
Sneaky little rat. Okay, we're in. 6 soundtrack. Check. Now, we're starting off with pull-ups as usual, but I've got to a point where I'm doing like... I've done like 25 pull-ups in my first set, so that's obviously not optimal, it's too many, so I'm going to start doing weighted pull-ups for the first time in my life. I'm going to go for a 20 kilo plate. I don't actually know how I even get this on. I think it should be like behind me, right?
Yeah, go through first.
Is it not going to be like...
Go through it first.
Wobbling all over the place?
No, it'd be good.
This music's so good.
Go through the slot, go the whole thing through it.
What do you mean?
Go the whole clip through it first. Through it, like right through.
Right.
Background, then click this, and you clip this onto here.
So it's like nearer to me?
Back on here, yeah.
That's a good call, that's a good call. Weighted pull-ups 101 from Feeling. Okay, here we go. That's going to smash me in the nuts every time.
If it's too high, you can move the clip.
I want to have a second child at some point with you. So yes, Feeling's trying to sabotage your children. Okay, here we go. What are you saying? How many? If you get it right, I'll buy you a Mattdoesfitness. Exact number. And I promise I'll do a genuine attempt.
I'm saying 12 reps.
12? Okay. I'm saying more. I'm saying less.
Yeah, I think I went too high. It's a big difference. 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8, 9. And 3 more.
Okay, that's Back done, rear delts done. If you don't know why I combine rear delts with back, then watch more of my videos. We've got 3 bicep exercises, then we're getting some food. Training's done, we're now going to go and get like a healthy salad.
Yeah.
You're a vegan, aren't you?
Recently.
You're actually the next step from vegan.
I just eat air and dust.
Yeah, dust. Dust and air. Dust, what's the name of that? Dust and...
Destigen.
Dustin, yeah. Right, let's dust in. Dustin Hoffman. Can I please get the usual? Damn it! That's like my dream. To go to McDonald's and ask for the usual, I know what it is. Wait, let's do it. That sounds like a...
It's like a
seal. A sea lion.
It's like something from...
That's the best way to make a sea lion sound.
It's from the Hacksaw Ridge intro of the movie. It definitely doesn't sound like that.
I don't remember that.
I'm trying to think of like a violin scene in a war movie,
okay,
but
yeah. Doesn't sound like
running through the warfield.
That's what violin sounds like. You're horrendous at violin.
Sounds a bit like something from Saw when like someone's cutting the trap off their leg.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Okay, so food is here and I've got freaking loads. Also, this is exactly where we sat in my last video in this same place, so this is a lack of originality on my part. Right, I've got 20 chicken nuggets because, and get ready for this, this is a pretty shocking revelation, getting 20 chicken nuggets is 30p more than getting 9 chicken nuggets. How?
That's disgusting.
It doesn't make sense. So like anytime anyone has ever ordered 9 chicken nuggets, what are you doing? Just get 20 chicken nuggets every time. Unless you're allergic to chicken, in which case, just don't go to McDonald's. Also, they sell pineapple sticks, right? Why do you sell pineapple sticks? If you are conscious of eating healthy food, you're in the wrong place. So I got 20 chicken nuggets, I got the standard Big Mac times 2, large fries, large Diet Coke, and then loads of sauces. I'm also trying out sweet curry sauce. I'm gonna try it out live actually. You've tried this before?
I think I've tried it, but maybe like a year or 2 ago.
Okay. What did you get? That looks vile.
I got a quarter.
Just quickly, that looks absolutely vile. What is that?
It's like beef stock.
That looks like someone has a stomach disorder and they've emptied their bowels in this little pot. That's revolting, appearance-wise. Oh, good. Yeah, what have you got?
So I got quarter pounder with cheese. I accidentally didn't order it plain. So what I did was I told a different person than who I ordered it with that the person who ordered it for me got it wrong, and then she came back. And then she came back.
She's walking out of the car park right now with all her bags, so well done, mate. She's ruined her livelihood.
The manager was really annoyed with her, so he threw a load of oil in her face. She had to go home early. I got quarter pounder with cheese, plain, only cheese, medium fries, and a Coke no ice, and 3 barbecue sauce.
Also, I just remembered as well, this is another big revelation. So I got a McDonald's in Zurich airport the other day, come back from skiing. Turns out my classic order of a Big Mac with just cheese and ketchup, which I've ordered by the way about 1 million times all over the world, they couldn't do it, they could not accommodate it. The woman could not comprehend the concept of putting ketchup in a burger, it seemed to be too much for her. So yeah, if you ever go to Zurich airport, don't try it because it's a waste of time. Back home and my camera is perilously balanced. I've actually balanced it on a pair of Luca's pyjama trousers in the cupboard so it could fall out at any minute, in which case I'll have to bail. You can probably see behind me a friggin' ridiculous amount of muscle food stuff. That is 4 boxes. What the hell? Like, I think that's maybe like a mistake, but they've sent me like all of the meat in Europe, so that's good because we literally have no freezer space left. We're gonna have to just put it outside. We'll just go and find some random people on our street and just use their fridge and freezer because that's a lot of food. Anyway, I'm about to have a decaf coffee and one of these, which is like we're calling a Belgian bun. I mean, I'm open to all buns from all nationalities, but I specifically on this occasion I'm going to use a Belgian bun. They're really good. They're like the second best cake in my opinion from Aldi's. The best one being like a maple and pecan. Is that what it's called? Pecan butterscotch, maple and pecan like lattice slice thing. They're freaking good and they're like 5p each or whatever, so definitely recommend them if you live near an Aldi. And yes, I know my diet is horrendous. I've said this loads of times, like I'm getting it out of my system. I'm acting like a 12-year-old and just eating all the crap in the world, but there will come a time, probably in a week or 2 weeks time, when I settle down and start eating a bit more sensibly and start doing a bit more of a sensible bulk, which time it'll be more useful for you, because I know that a lot of you guys like can't bulk on the calories I'm bulking on, because if you did, you'd probably die. So when I get into a more long-term, like sensible bulk, that would be more kind of transferable, and you can kind of use some of the things that I'm using, tips, etc. But for now, I'm going to wind the video up because I still have more work to do, plus I've got to edit this video. So I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow.